And what he did was this. He cut down the tree. He cut the tree. If this is not infested by pests, with this, is there no probability that this tree will likely grow back? Yes, if it begins to rain and any other good, maybe the soil is good, it will grow back. Suppose he gave me a form, I filled it. This would have been the result of Bukola, an uprooted tree. She will not be able to grow in my place, and I will not be able to grow in her place. Writing her carry, you now see the reason why I had 7 carryovers in year 2, and in year 3 she was still in the school. She was still in the school in year 3, 300 level, but she was pregnant. She took the exam with us. So even after the data capturing did not help. Her result came out and I had another carryover again. But there is God though. There is God though. Truly there is God. This is not joking time. In 400, going to 400 level because of the pregnancy, God no dey sleep. Because of the pregnancy, she dropped out of school. Her friends can attest to that. Bukola, Jeremiah Osinere's girlfriend, dropped out of school. For the very first time, my result was uploaded because she was no longer writing. Suppose she was writing, it will still continue to be like that. And when I come out, graduate from the school, and maybe I was given a certificate, people look at the certificate and say, you have third class, not knowing what you think it's all everybody that has third class are truly third class citizen or third class I want to say candidate, student. No, things are happening. Things are happening. So if you see my 400 level, no carryover, I can sample it here. The result was fine. So I'm going to take you back a little. The guy, when he finished uploading, taking out Bukola and puts me on just the picture and it ends there, he didn't inform any other department. He told me that this high existing grade will affect you. I said, so what can I do? When he realized, I don't know, maybe he realized that it's going to take a while to process it. He said, I don't know what you can do, but it's going to affect you. So me being a jackist, I said, don't worry, I'll double up. I have 400 and 500 level. I have 300, 400 and 5 level. Those 3 years will be enough for me to. Meanwhile, she didn't drop out in 300 level. It was in 400 level she dropped out. So I only had 4 and 5 to make up to gain either 2-1 that I was aiming at first. Oh my God, I'm not feeling loud there. Little did I know that Rome was not built in a day. Even Lagos, when you go Lagos in the year 2016, 2006, and Lagos now, they are not the same. So I thought I had this, sorry to say, I have this academic muscle. I intensify. In my final year, I took up another guy. This guy will sound gone. His head is okay. Easy, that's his name. Easy the Great. We studied together. You know when we started studying? He's a living testing witness. We started in January. Immediately after, as we just dropped our pen for 400 level, we started studying immediately, early. We finished, we started again. We finished, we started again until when it was time for examination. Man, you need to see this result. My aim was like 4 to 5 A's, but I was unable to get 4 A's. I got like 3 A's and B's, and it was, if you see the result, you know that yes, this person still tries sha plus carry over. So it's just like you are running, and you are carrying all these things and you're running. How effective will you run with those that are running like this without any load? Yet I came out with that good grade. Can't you see? Can't you see that Bukola has been you know already, but you just don't want to say admit to it because it will cost you so many. You don't want to go through the the the, the disturbance. Then what about me? Did I not pay you my school fees? I paid school fees for okay, not even 5 years, 6 years. I paid school fees for 5 years. Then let me take it easy. I don't want to jump too fast. So when we studied and the result came out, it was very good. Then I went to collect my transcript. When I went to collect my transcript, no. My supervisor. Let me just forget about that thing. I don't want to talk about that. My supervisor gave me an extra year, but I don't want to talk about why he gave me my extra year. Sometimes you get injured for no reason. I forget about that. So later on, I went to collect when I finished my projects, I went to collect my transcript. He told me that you cannot go. There's one outstanding somewhere. I said, no. I have a particular printout that I go with. They call it statement of results. I've written all Bukola's carryover, even when I know it was a carryover. So I don't have any outstanding. The school said, okay, if you don't want to write the outstanding, you are going nowhere. So I took the outstanding and I wrote it anyway so that I can leave. Then let me take you back again. Sorry, I missed one point. In 400 level, I went to meet my course advisor. And I told my course advisor, sir, it seems that I won't be graduating from University of Lagos. He said, why? I said, someone has been posing and perpetrating evil against me, victimizing me, using my math number, using my platform. All this while I've been suffering, trying to upload. And he knows, he always see me regularly. Okay, he saw me on different occasions, but very few occasions. But the person that always see me is Jane, the assistant to the DD in DD's office, deputy director. I'm a potential customer. So when I told him, he grabbed his directory or his record book, he checked it. Don't worry, you will graduate. This is a man that has been in the system. He knows when someone says someone stole my math number. How did you know? When we did our data capturing, I told you all these facts. You were not moved to help me. What kind of a father are you? Is it because I'm not a Yoruba lady? So when I went to collect my certificate, they told me that, sorry, you have a carryover, Bukola's car. I did it anyway. So I went back again the next year. You see how they are wasting my head. That's why it took me 10 years plus. Now as I'm talking, 10 years, I've not collected my transcripts, unlike University of Lagos. When I went back the second year, they told me the person that will attend to you is not on seat. For crying out loud, the person that will attend to me is not on seat. What has the person on seat got to do with me? Can the next person not assist the person? Why do we have in the word deputy director and deputy, manager and assistant manager? Why do we have such word? That is how they waste people's destiny, frustrate people, put people into depression. If I were a celebrity or a famous person or someone that has power, won't you attend to me? Won't you attend to me, University of Lagos? I dey come for now. When I got there and I was told he was not around, they don't care wherever I'm coming from. Because where I come from is from the island and the school is at the mainland. I will spend like 1,500 naira. 1,500 naira in dollar is $4 72 sorry, $4.17. That's what I spend on transportation. Now you want to do one thing, someone will say go and come back. The assistant is not around. The person that is to sign it is not around. And the assistant, you can see the assistant sitting there watching you. And God will judge all of you. When I went back and I came back to the school, when I went back and I returned to the school, you know, Rich, if you did my get this kind of problem, they said I cannot call it. When I went to University of Lagos, they said I shouldn't call it a problem. I said no. The guy said in the DD's office, the new person they recruited doesn't even know where I started from. The painful thing is that you have new staff that do not know what has happened in the past, and you didn't carry them along, or perhaps you carry them along and you did not give them the full details. When you're trying to tell them, they'll say, it's not like that, it's not like this, it's not like that. Go and come back, go and come back, go and come back. Go and come back 10 years. University of Lagos, 10 years. When I was talking to him, he I don't think he knows what it means to sit down and study for 5 years, because most of them they don't have BSc. As I'm speaking to you, I know that, because if you hear the way they speak, you know that yes. I was talking to him that this is a problem, because I know that you don't say problem, you call it problem, or you call it challenge or issue, but I just choose to call it problem because I was fed up. He was telling me that you don't call it problem, you call it challenge. No, it's problem, because challenge does not have weight or effect. But if you say problem, problem has weight and effect. So this condition is a serious problem in University of Lagos, because it's 10 years. Not be saying na medicine I study. So when I came back, they eventually answered me, and they said, you have a particular problem. I know the problem, Bukola. So the DD I met that time, because they always change their DD regularly. The first one really helped me, it was very nice. The second one, very nice too. When I came back and I told him that I have a challenge,